Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. Okay, we can start our today's politics. Today we are going to discuss the first chapter from our political science. You can see the chapter title on the screen on equality. On equality. Okay, equality is one of the fundamental principle or the fundamental rights which was guaranteed by the Indian Constitution. So first of all, we have need to discuss about the concept of the equal or right to vote. Equal right to vote. The right to vote is a part of right which come under the category of the political right. It comes under the category of the political right. This is one of the political equality. That means that every adult in a country, irrespective of their wealth, religion, caste, sex, etc., has one vote and same value for all vote. This idea is known as universal adult franchise. Okay, that means in the all democratic countries they are providing the right to vote for their citizens. Okay, all adult citizens they have right to vote irrespective of their wealth or religion, caste, gender, etc. This universal phenomena of the political equality is called or is known as universal adult franchise. And also, along with this political equality, we can see or we can enjoy the different other equalities from a democratic society or country. What are the other kind of equality? You can see that Indian Constitution guarantees all kinds of equality as follows. You can see in the figure. First one is social equality. Second one is economic equality. Third one is religious equality. Fourth one is caste equality. Fifth one is gender equality. Then cultural equality. And the last one is education equality, etc. Okay. As a citizen of a democratic country, in the all walks of our life, all sections of our life, we can enjoy the equality. Okay. Then on to the next topic, recognizing the dignity to realize to recognize the dignity of the citizens, uphold the dignity of the citizens is also another important phenomena of the political as well as the social equality. When persons are treated unequally on the basis of the caste, religion, class, gender, jobs, etc., their dignity is violated. Every citizen have their own dignity. This dignity is violating based on the religion or caste or class or gender or job, etc. It will create some humiliation, some alienation among the people. And democracy should be uphold the dignity of the citizens. One of the basic idea in the democracies ensure the upholding or securing the dignity of the citizens. The Constitution ensures the equal status for all citizens of their country. In each and every democratic country, there should be a Constitution. That Constitution should ensure the equal status for all their citizens. Then, next we are moving to discuss about the Indian case, especially about our country's case, equality in Indian democracy. The Indian Constitution recognizes every person as equal. The Indian Constitution recognizes or considers every Indian citizen as equal level or equality of the opportunity. This meant that every individual in the country including the male and female people from all caste, all religion, all tribes, all educational backward or economic backgrounds are recognized as equal. Every type of people, those who are educated or less educated, different tribes or non-tribal people, then religious people, different caste people, class people, etc. Any form of the people they are considered as equal status. But if we can say that inequality cases not exist, but even though we are reaching in this 21st century, we can't say even still also there is not happening the existing of the inequalities. That means still also some odd events, some rare cases of these equalities are occurring in the different inequalities are occurring in the different parts of our country. However, in democratic India, principle of equality is recognized. So if anyone feels any form of discrimination, we can approach courts for justice. If anyone feel his dignity is violated, he can approach the Indian courts, especially to the Supreme Court, because if anyone citizen have violated any one of these fundamental rights, he can directly approach the Supreme Court. The government programs to help the disadvantaged communities. The government programs to help to improve the lives of the disadvantaged communities. There are several laws in India protects every person's right to be treated equally. That means India's government, on the course of time, have implemented many form of the reforms that should be protect the every persons as equal. In addition to laws, the government set up several schemes and programs to improve the lives of the backward communities. In addition, also the India's government they are trying to improve the lives of the backward communities. Following are some of the schemes. Mid-day meal scheme is there. Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan, NREGA, NRHM. Some of the schemes of the government in India to improve the lives of the backward communities. Okay, we can discuss them one by one. What is mid-day meal scheme and what is NREGA and SSA and the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Okay, first of all, we are going to discuss about the mid-day meal scheme. Okay, what is it is meant to give the cooked food for all children of the government school at the elementary level, up to the elementary level, to give the cooked food or lunch for all students of the government school. This was implemented from 2001. India's Supreme Court ordered to begin this program, and Tamil Nadu is the first Indian state who started this scheme of the mid-day meal scheme. And as a result of this mid-day meal scheme, what was the benefit? It improved the enrollment ratio of the poor children into school, as well as the regular attendance also improved or increased in the government schools. And also this program of the mid-day meal also helped to reduce the caste prejudices. That means the both upper caste and lower caste can sit together to eat these meals. So these two are the benefit of this mid-day meal scheme. Then next one is SSA, Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. This scheme introduced in the year 2006. It aimed to give the free and compulsory education for the students up to the age of 14. As a part of this, government schools are provided the free textbooks and uniforms for their children. The next one is National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, NREGA. This program is implemented in the year 2005, and it refers to right to work, to ensure the work for every youth people in the rural area. The unemployed youth people in the rural area have to ensure the work. Then this program is introduced in the name of the Mahatma Gandhi. So this is proudly known as Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. The next one is National Rural Health Mission. NRHM. This scheme also introduced in the year 2003. It was aimed to give the good medical facilities and health facilities for the rural poor people with free of cost in a free level, to give them good health and medical facilities for the village people. And issues in other democracies. This is the last topic in this chapter. Issues in other democracies. Not only in India, some other democratic countries also suffers with the unequal treatment. Not only in India, some other countries also facing the unequal treatment. For example, in America, there was the people, Afro-Americans, the black people, those who are migrated to America in colonial period onwards. So their ancestors, Afro-Americans, are there. They are still also experiencing the many form of the discriminations. One incident is that in America, the Afro-Americans, these black people, not allowed to sit in the buses on the front seat. Okay, so it was experienced by one of the black writer, Rosa Parks. She faced such a bad experience in her life when she was sitting in front of the seat of the buses. The white man asked her to go back, but she's not ready. She is strongly stand with his own decision and criticized that white man. And so, as a part of this struggling against the white dominance, the black people started a movement. This is called the civil rights movement. As a part of this civil rights movement, the American Parliament passed an act in their 1964. This is called the Civil Rights Act. According to this Civil Rights Act, it prohibited the discrimination on the basis of the race, religion, and national origin. Okay, it prohibited the discrimination of the whole form of the discrimination and inequalities should be prohibited on the basis of the race, religion, and national origin. Okay, that's all about this chapter. This chapter is over. Thank you for all. Good morning.